Hello!
Y'all, this is just a mess.
Third time's a charm, right?
Yep. Hopefully. Hopefully third time is a charm. I mean, it says validation in progress.
Okay,
so that gets me a little nervous. Not going to lie, gets me a little nervous. But I believe we're good. Nothing popped up like it did before. So I think we might be good, y'all.
Great.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we're good
Parker,
now?
Lynette, Mr. Walt Disney World fan, Michelle,
Norma.
Ross, Norma, OFAM Adventures, y'all. Thank you so much for putting up with us.
Thanks for your patience.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I think we're good. I think we're good.
So what were we saying before? This is a big show, y'all.
Honey, let me tell you what. This is a big show. Like Gavin said, we have so much content that we have to tell you because so much happened in the past week. So much happened. I mean, it's crazy. So let's go ahead and dip into it, right into it. Shall we?
Okay. Oh, don't be too loud.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Eardrums. Okay, so let's just get into it.
We're going to head over to the West Coast to Disneyland.
Yes.
New Pirate Red will be wandering Disneyland's New Orleans Square this summer. Pirates of the Caribbean, as you know, has gone through a refurbishment at Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris, and now Disneyland. Under refurb from April 23rd to June 7th, it's expected to reopen, and the new Pirate Red will not only be in the attraction, but also available in New Orleans Square.
Yes. I think this is great. Look at her. Be all fierce and all that. Look at her. Good for you, girl. Good for you. This is great. Great addition. I mean, it's more things for Disneyland to have that we don't have.
I love the idea of having... I wasn't all about the change of the attraction, but I like the idea of having a character going around. Are you feeling better, Patrick? That's what Ms. Walt Disney World
I was just reading that. Yes, I am feeling better. Let me tell you, nothing's going to stop me. So I'm here. Andrew, get used to it.
Andrew Carver's asking about Jurassic World in the news. We're going to get to that.
Yes,
so don't worry. We'll be talking about that.
That is part of... Oh my gosh.
We're all about it. So
we have lots to say about that.
Stay tuned for that.
That is the Adam rip-on of the night. We're saving the best for later.
Oh my gosh.
For those of you not familiar with the attraction refurbishment, we do have a photo.
It was
of what?
Of the refurbished.
Oh yeah, I showed it to them. Yeah.
Okay.
We're one step ahead of you.
Everybody was filled in.
Yes,
you know, they used to auction a wench for a bride, and now they're auctioning off their loot. And it's so funny that you described her as being fierce because the Disney press release described her as a fierce and independent pirate.
See? Boom. There you go.
Traveling to various ports throughout the Caribbean, selling rum and collecting coin.
Yes.
Make those.
I love the idea of having an original character now as a meet and greet character, though.
And like Ross said, everyone welcome to the stage, Miss Red.
Mrs. Red.
Mrs. Red.
Mrs. Red for Phil.
Where's the husband? Who's the husband?
Well, so Jack Sparrow's no longer the parks, correct? Because of the that happened a couple years ago? Like at Disneyland? Remember he would walk out and about?
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
He's still at Magic Kingdom.
He's still Magic Kingdom.
Over here.
No, but talking about Disneyland.
Remember
what happened at Disneyland a couple years ago?
I don't remember what happened. No, fill me in.
There were a couple well-seasoned moms on vacation, I guess, that were harassing Mr. Sparrow in ways that are unbecoming of a family-friendly park.
Oh my god!
So they decided just to cut the character out of the park. Yeah, this was in the news. Don't you remember?
I did not. Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah,
I didn't hear about that.
He was getting accosted. We'll say. Does anybody else know what I'm talking about?
Auction off chickens, Miss Walt Disney World fan says. Michelle says, I'm so sad it's been 9 days since I left Florida. Normal life is so boring.
But it's okay, though. I always say, it's so funny, because you get, like, so excited for the vacation, and you plan and plan and plan, and then you're on vacation, but to me, it's like, it's not even vacation, because, like, we are constantly going, and you're out, you know, in the sun, in the heat, from, like, 6 a.m. to, like, midnight, and then you get home, and then it's like, oh, I can relax.
The adrenaline is
and almost like that's the vacation. It's like the week after.
You always need a vacation from a vacation. So always give yourself like 2 or 3 days after you come back home to just chill and not do anything before you return to work. Oh my gosh, Miss Wally's girlfriend, hanky panky. So I did not know that. Thank you for filling us in on that, John.
Parker says, a fierce independent pirate who don't need no captain.
John says no, he's still in the park. Saw him last week.
Well, I know he does the pirate show over at Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't heard anything about Disneyland.
Okay.
That's what I'm curious about.
Interesting. Okay.
We'll do our research. Yeah, we will.
All right.
But speaking of vacationing, guests now have a way to vacation in style. May 6th marked the first day of operation for a new fashionista Disney style store at Disney Springs.
Oh my gosh.
This location is the former place of Harley Davidson on the West Side District, right next to the Orange Garage.
Looks cool.
Oh my gosh. All the merchandise is just everything.
It's definitely targeted towards those millennials, isn't it?
Yep, there's timeless Disney characters such as Orange Bird, Mr. Toad, spirit jerseys, headbands, vintage theme park collection apparel,
look at those
accessories.
Lanterns. What is that? Were those miniatures?
Yeah, Starlight.
Those are hung too. So it's and they're encouraging guests to use the store like as selfie central, basically.
Okay. So photos.
There you go.
You can take pictures inside the teacup. It looked like that's really neat. Okay.
The store.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying the store's open, but they're actually holding the grand opening on May 12th at 10 a.m. The event will include complimentary in-store makeup touch-ups with the new Patrick Star collection by MAC Cosmetics from 10 a.m. to noon, and a special treat with purchase for the first 500 guests, and exclusive photo opportunities from Disney Photo Pass.
Interesting. Okay.
So the 12th. So
Disney
Saturday
is definitely changing their marketing around when it comes to merchandise because they know that those Etsy shops and all those different shops out there online with fan-based material is so popular. Now they're going to definitely cash in on it as well.
Absolutely. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Because Parker just said, wasn't Parker? It was Undertaker Punk. There better be walls for Instagram. I mean, look at this. Look how gorgeous this is.
In the upper left-hand corner, It's a Small World walls, those, I believe, are actually the dressing rooms back there.
Oh, wow.
So you can take photos outside of the dressing rooms if you want to.
That's a little weird, but it's cool. People will make it work. That's for sure.
Honey.
Interesting. Okay. We have to go check that out. Definitely.
Okay. Our next topic. Speaking of vacations, we're going to move on to a new one-day, one-park ticket offering from Disney. Disney's now offering one-day, one-park tickets with pre-selected FastPass Plus itineraries. Right now, they're for the same cost as regular admission, either for Magic Kingdom or Epcot or Hollywood Studios. And there's some fine print text in here as well that you have to meet your FastPass Plus windows. But what's interesting to note, if you go back to the previous picture, it gives you like itineraries. So Fantasyland Classics. So these are pre-selected FastPass Plus selections if you just show up for the day or the day before and you haven't done any planning. So for example, It's a Small World, Dumbo, and Mad Tea Party. None of these attractions, to the best of my knowledge, are e-ticket attractions. Most of them are readily available in the My Disney Experience app anyway.
Interesting.
Honey, more money, more problems.
Disney's just trying to make a buck everywhere they can.
I guess it's nice for people that haven't done any planning, but
yeah.
I don't know. How do y'all feel about that? I don't know how I feel about that.
You gotta do your planning before you come to the parks. I don't understand how people can go somewhere and spend so much where you're going to be spending so much money and not already have a game plan. I'm not telling you need to plan out every single moment of the day, which I've seen people do though, which to me does not seem fun, but you got to be able to have kind of just an idea of where you're going to go at certain times of the day and leave time to make some changes. But it's interesting. We got comments coming in. That's for
Undertaker
sure.
Punk says, I like this ticket. It seems like for people who have an extra unplanned day. I didn't think of it that way. Yeah.
So a lot of people do leave those. When we travel, we've always had a day where we don't have anything planned. That way when we get there, we can kind of go with the flow. If we see something, because you always do that on vacation. You go somewhere. I'm sure here in Orlando, for a lot of you that don't live here, you're like driving down I-Drive. You have your day scheduled, but then you drive past something. You're like, oh, there's the Titanic experience. We didn't plan that, so we have to do that next time we come back. Now, this is something for those days where you have.
Yeah, okay. Well, then I like
that's
it.
That's kind of cool.
It's
I didn't
nice,
think about that.
And it may just be a test. But do you think if this is successful, it could lead the way to an upcharge for like an e-ticket for a day? Because remember the The peak season pricing started, I believe, 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, and they've kept that permanently.
Ross says, I'm not pint-sized, but I'd still like to do those rides.
Mrs. Walt Disney World fan says, what's a vacation? Haven't taken one in a year.
Oh, my goodness. In years.
Oh, in years.
In years.
And years and years. Ross also said, I plan like 6 months ahead before we even go. I mean, that's the truth. Nowadays, you kind of have to because there's so many new things, and you want to make sure you want to make sure that you don't miss anything. I mean, because amongst planning this wedding that we're having this year, we're also planning our trip to China next year. So, we're allowing ourselves an extra day in each city in case we want to do the theme park again, or if there was something we didn't get to do inside the theme park or something like that.
Right.
So
There's a lot of aspects, a lot of variables to vacation, so you got to be able to. There's going to be times where you're going to get there, and also sometimes things are down that weren't originally. That kind of sucks when you go somewhere and you're like, oh, this is closed for refurbishment, or they're just having issues with it the entire time we're here, which recently was happening in Pandora. So now you got to have something on backup when you go on vacation in case you have some extra time. So definitely.
Michelle says, yes, love. Yes, love a plan, but yes, not like a set in stone one, but definitely something to go by. It's true. That's kind of like you just got to swing that way.
And Miss Walt Disney World fan says, Disney will do anything for money. So yes, she agrees with you, John, that this is probably going to be down the road. You're going to see upcharges for those e-ticket attractions.
Well, because remember, if you're a club level guest, you can not only buy additional fast passes, but you can book them farther out. I believe it's 90 days as opposed to 60 days. But the club level rooms, I believe, only account for like 2 or 3% of the entire
That's not a lot.
resort. So
That's not a lot.
and again, it's an upcharge. But speaking of tickets, we're going to talk about annual pass holders.
Yes. Ooh.
For the first time in forever,
Oh my gosh.
Donald Duck will appear on a complimentary Walt Disney World annual pass holder magnet. Available at Hollywood Studios from May 18th to June 29th, 2018. No pickup location has been designated yet. To get the magnet, you'll need your annual pass and a photo ID.
Yes.
So
That's so cute. I like them incorporating new characters because it's always been Mickey, and then they brought in Minnie, correct?
Yeah.
And I know, like, if you go like on Etsy and stuff like that, you can find multiple characters. But yeah.
There was a holiday one this past year, I believe, with Mickey.
Yes,
and
you're
then
right.
the most recent one was during the 25th Annual Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. Special Mickey and Minnie Mouse magnets were released.
I think it's we're going to start seeing more and more of these little things that are limited time for pass holders, just because people love that exclusive, that feel of exclusive stuff. Are you reading Manny's question?
Yes, I'm reading Manny's question. That is a really good question.
That's a good question.
Manny asks, question for all three of you. What do you miss and don't miss working at the parks? Wow, that is...
Don't let me go first.
Oh, girl.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I miss the theming. I worked at Universal for 7 years, and I loved being able to theme, specifically my time there. I worked all different attractions and up in the front of the park most of the time with vacation planning, but I loved my short stint. I was only there for about a year, E.T. Adventure. And to this day, going there, it hurts because I love the attraction so much, and I love being able to theme and just be immersed in that. It was really cool. What I don't like, or what I don't miss, is kind of what we were talking about earlier, dealing with people, especially up in the vacation planning aspect of things, when I would deal with people in the ticket booths that just showed up and were totally confused, didn't do their research, and were arriving thinking they were at Hollywood Studios or Magic Kingdom. Some people thought it was Epcot. They were just clueless, and because they didn't plan, and it was just kind of really hard to explain, and people get upset at you, and it wasn't your fault, totally theirs for not planning ahead. So that was very annoying. I don't miss that. But there are a lot of aspects, a lot of the parks that I miss. I loved my time there.
For me, well, I've worked at different spots in Disney World and Universal, both in attractions, and entertainment. I would have to say for entertainment, I miss doing the parades. I miss being, with all the entertainment people and having fun and doing, what we love to do, dancing and singing down Main Street. But yeah, it's little things like that, and it's so weird because sometimes I don't even think about it. Like, there's there was like 100 of us, maybe not even, that opened Festival of Fantasy Parade. And, you know, getting to do that was so much fun, working on that months prior. And this one was so skeptical, not knowing. He's like, oh, the new Disney Parade is going to be awful. And I said, oh, really? I said, I just happen to have the track right here. This is like 2 or 3 months before we opened. We're not supposed to do that. I don't condone.
But I got to
doing
hear it,
that,
and it was
but
great. It was great.
That's
What do you not miss though?
Performing in the heat.
That's what I was going to
Yes,
say. You better talk
performing
about
in the heat because they will let the show go on, let the parade go out. If it's humid as I can't say that
You
word.
had a couple near.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, y'all. I mean, let me
He
tell
was
you
in the
what.
hospital a few times.
Oh yeah. I mean, you are not a Disney performer or even Universal, honey. I was Universal Entertainment and did the parades there too. You are not a performer here in Orlando unless you at least get the EMT called for you because you pass out, you're dehydrated, or something.
Well, plus you're doing those overnights, and then you come in the day after.
Hello.
And the sleep schedules. Oh.
Yes, darling. Go ahead.
Oh, me. It's my turn.
Your turn. Everyone.
Short and sweet, though. Short and sweet. I know yours.
So grab a drink.
The job for me, my role was not in the parks, but it was more like of a overseeing aspects of the resort. Piece of cake. I could do it in my sleep. The most difficult part about it that I do not miss was the inexperienced management with a high turnover rate. Very high. Like every other month, new manager. I was in this role for 4.5 years. We must have had 5 different training managers.
Mm-hmm.
But the job itself, piece of cake. I could solve any escalation, fix any problem for any guest. Making magical moments was great, and resolving somebody's bad vacation. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that I miss is some of the cast member previews, or like my name was drawn and I got to go to Harambe Nights 3 years ago,
right.
Which was great for the cast member preview of that. So some of those things I miss, but I definitely don't miss other aspects administratively and politically with inside the Disney organization.
Mr. Walt Disney World fan goes, bring the popcorn.
Ross asks, how do they think Universal's Epcot, going back to what I had said,
Is it really Epcot?
People would walk up literally with either their Disney ticket already in hand that they bought on iDrive, and they go, hi, we got turned away. Isn't this Epcot? I'm like, no.
Not studios?
But that would happen more often.
Okay.
Epcot, I had Epcot happen more than once. That was why it was very frustrating, because I'm like, I can't be rude to you. I have to say it's the nicest way, but come on. How do you not realize where you're at and not know the difference? And people thought Disney owned everything in Orlando. So it's very frustrating. So yes, surprisingly, Ross, I don't know either.
They think they do.
Oh wait, Jenny says, have to ask, maybe taboo, but for those of you who worked at both, which do you prefer to work for, Disney or Universal?
Universal.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Universal.
Universal. It's not about. It's like no shade to Disney. The Walt Disney Company is a great company to work for. It really is, and they do. If you are with the right and correct people, they will move you up. And they will train you and mold you into a leadership position. But Universal, I feel, is more. They listen to their team members more. Yeah.
Well, and Universal's not unionized, correct?
Correct. No
Disney
unions
is.
at Universal. Sorry.
That is something to also take into consideration. However, Universal employees do get their bonuses.
Ooh.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
Food
Hey,
for
Steven.
thought.
Hi. He says hello.
Hello, Steven.
Michelle, but how can they not realize when they walk through the arch it says Universal? Again, Michelle, frustration to the extreme because I'm sitting at a ticket booth after they walk through that archway and they still don't get it. Very
maybe because they say Universal Studios. It's Universal Studios, Florida, Orlando.
It says Florida.
Florida. I mean, for someone that's never gone to a theme park before, they might just be like, oh, this must be Disney's Universal, theme park, not thinking that like, oh, Universal is a completely different
Epcot,
company.
Though, how do we? I don't know.
Epcot, I don't know.
I don't know.
You think they've had a problem at SeaWorld or Legoland?
Ross says there are several signs before you get to the parks that say Universal Studios. How do you miss it? I don't know. I don't know. Manny has another good question. Manny, you have some good questions tonight, sir. Can you each name a celebrity you met while working at the parks? I have had many celebrity encounters. So, Paul McCartney, Justin Bieber, One Direction, Sinbad. What's his name? That comedian. He's not really on TV anymore. In the spot. Sinbad. Yep. Okay. He was big in the 90s. Who else have I met? Oh, Honey Boo Boo. Some of the winners from So You Think You Can Dance. That was back way years ago. Yeah, and I'm sure there's more that walked past me or came into the VIP. Because the department I worked in primarily worked along with the VIP tours. So the celebrities would come in. Also, working at attractions. So when I opened up Despicable Me, that's when I got to meet Justin Bieber and One Direction because they were there for publicity. Paul McCartney literally showed up with his Disney World VIP tour guides. They pulled up backstage and got out. So he has enough money to throw at them where the Disney World tour guides would take them to Universal. So he was being escorted onto E.T. with Disney World VIP tour guides. And then we had to kind of be their, what's it called? Liaison, yes. So,
got it.
Very, very interesting experiences. What about you? I know you've had some celebrity run-ins.
Darling, if you're entertainment at Walt Disney World, you are the celebrity. No, I'm just joking. No, I honestly, I can't remember. I know there was...
I remember one.
Who?
You met Tom Cruise?
Oh, yeah, Tom Cruise and Surrey. Because a lot of the celebrities, like for us, like we don't get to see them like how he got to.
Oh, true.
Because they would come and watch the parade, and there was a special VIP area. And sometimes, well, most of the time, our managers would not tell us who was in the VIP section. They would just say, there's a high-profile celebrity in VIP today during parade, so make sure you look good when you come across that area. And then that's why when you would always, if during the parade, you would always look over to because on the right-hand side going down the parade route, you'd always look to your right to see who it was. But
is it on the bridge?
Yeah, it's on the bridge.
Is it still there or no?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I'm sure it is. I don't see why.
Really quick, funny story though. The actor, I don't know his name. The actor from the Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire movies, who played Jonah Jameson, who's really loudmouth. He does the farmers commercials now. We are farmers, yeah. So he walks up to a ticket booth one day at Islands of Adventure wearing a Spider-Man shirt and buys a ticket.
That's the way you do it.
Into the park. He didn't have any VIP tour guide, and his voice is very distinctive, his look, and he was the nicest guy. But he just comes up and buys a ticket into the parks, and he was sporting his Spider-Man t-shirt, and he was in the films. It was so funny. So that was interesting.
Hi, Candace. Oh my gosh, sorry. So we're like really back on all these comments here. Undertaker Punk. Universal seems smaller and close-knit with their team members from my view as a guest. Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth. The honest truth. Miss Walt Disney World fan says, I've heard Disney doesn't pay well, do they? Because we don't want them to ever come back at us. They pay okay. Ross, I think you would know you were in Legoland by the absurdity of the Legos. Yes, right?
Well, wait, so both parks pay-wise, it's about the same depending on the role?
It's about the same.
But there are some roles like Vacation Planner at Universal that are commission. Mm-hmm. Disney is not.
Disney does not do any commission in their roles.
It's like, here, get a free ticket for this.
Right.
You get for this. Yeah. So,
Manny, Patrick, what's one of the craziest things you saw working behind the scenes at Magic Kingdom? Well, I can't say the craziest stuff because, like I said, I don't want Disney coming after us. But... I mean, because let me tell you what, there's been some crazy things happening, okay? You got some 20-some-year-old kids, honestly, entertainment is consisted of
it's all college kids.
18 to at least 28-year-old people. You're gonna have some older ones as well, but I mean, they're the ones that are I'm gonna bring shade here. Those are the ones that are jaded and just hate life and hate the world. But the younger ones are so crazy, so there has been crazy times, but I think the craziest thing I could say out loud or in public would probably be I think floats breaking down before we even go out. Mm-hmm. We're on the float and you're going, you're about to go out of the gate, and then the whole thing breaks and you're like, oh, all right, well, I guess we got to get down from here. I mean, that's like...
Undertaker Punk says, you were talking about AP magnets, by the way.
Yeah, better stories than
I know.
But, I mean, Manny had a great question. 2 great questions. We had to answer them, so we're totally off topic. But it's okay. That means more time with you guys, because we're going to still go through all our bullet points here, our hot topics. But J.K. Simmons was the gentleman I was referring to.
Oscar award-winning actor J.K. Simmons.
Oh my gosh.
We will dive back in here in a second. I would just like to say, for all of you as concerned as I am, after Patrick met Tom Cruise, he passed his stress test with flying colors. And I am happy to say he's
What was so stressful about it?
I don't remember. Like, I'm
don't remember you
awful.
telling
I
me
have
about it. I
the
didn't
worst
know you
memory.
had it.
Unless something like...
That was a Scientology joke.
Oh.
Oh. That was a Scientology joke.
He made it out of the tent.
You're ridiculous. I was like...
Don't you remember in New York? They'd always accost you trying to take a
Oh
stress
my
test.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So going back into theme parks, now this is amazing, but since I have stopped drinking soda, it doesn't affect me anymore, and I'm upset because now I want all these soda bottles. But go ahead.
Share a Coke at Disney Parks is
Hallelujah.
back and better than ever.
Yes.
I would say this summer, but they're already up and at it. So in the past, there have been some basic ones. Share a Coke on Main Street. Now the new bottles for Coke at Haunted Mansion, Diet Coke in Tomorrowland, Coke Zero Sugar, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, or Disneyland Park, Magic Kingdom. They're all picture perfect and can be found at many of the outdoor vending and merchandise locations throughout the parks.
There you go. See, those are cute. I love that. I love when they incorporate stuff like that because that's a perfect photo op.
It's cute.
I love it.
Very good marketing idea.
But
yeah.
for someone that doesn't drink soda anymore, I'm mad.
Well, yeah.
I'm
I
mad.
was gonna say maybe because the Fuse tea is distributed by Coca-Cola.
There's Coke Zero Sugar. I mean,
Girl, I don't want Coke Zero Sugar.
you do diet.
That's pointless.
Oh my gosh. But what do you guys think? Are you gonna try to collect them all? Because I mean, I would try to do that.
Oh, absolutely. I would totally want to do that.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't want to drink it, but then I mean, you got to
The
drink
one
it.
that I might still get. I don't want to even say having to dump the soda inside. But the one that I really want is the Haunted Mansion one.
Of course.
That's my favorite ride.
I'm going to go to Target and get one that says Share Coke with Jonathan, and then go to Magic Kingdom and get one that says at Haunted Mansion.
Oh my god.
Share Coke with Jonathan.
Does it say at Haunted Mansion? Or does it just say Haunted
Share
Mansion?
Coke.
It just says Haunted Mansion. See, look.
Okay.
Look at that. Share a Coke. Haunted Mansion.
Oh, it doesn't. See, I wish it said Share Coke at Haunted Mansion.
Maybe it says something else. I'm not sure.
It might be small.
It might be
Miss Walt Disney World fan doesn't drink soda either.
Yes, Miss Walt Disney World fan.
I mean,
but this was like
cool.
this has been like...
It does say Share Coke, yeah.
Oh, so it does say.
okay.
But yeah, so...
Hello,
right.
Sarah.
Oh, Sarah, hello.
You're going to want to go back and watch what we were talking about earlier. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
Undertaker Punk. I would collect them if they were the glass bottle Cokes. You know, that would be really cool. But of course, they can't have glass in the parks anymore. But that would be really neat. That would make it more... Because keeping a plastic bottle on a shelf or something, but if you had glass, it would be more special.
Undertaker Punk really quick says, how was working with the college program cast members if you did? The ones that I worked with, I love. And some of them I'm still friends with. And now they're full-time cast members there. Some are now in leadership roles. So I like them.
I was an office technical position, so I didn't have college kids with me. Neither did John. So we didn't have to experience that.
They didn't have to experience it. I did.
But I'm sure
I
it was a
liked
lot of
them.
fun.
From what I saw outside of work, if you say, let's get together, let's have people over.
Oh, come on, Parent Trap.
There's college-minded kids' fun is a little different from late 20s fun.
Yeah.
But speaking of places with college program kids, my first time working at Walt Disney World was Typhoon Lagoon. Ooh. So let's dive into that theme park.
Oh, wow. All right. We got a first look at some new concept art at Disney H2O Glow Nights featuring Partysaurus Rex, Jessie, Woody, and Buzz from the Toy Story franchise.
Yes.
H2O Glow Nights are a rare opportunity for guests to experience Typhoon Lagoon under the moonlight on select nights beginning June 21st.
That concept art is weird.
It kind of looks like World of Color. The concept art looks like World of Color back over in California.
It's not cartoony though. They took photos of character performers and just pasted it onto. It looks interesting.
Here's what I'm curious about. They say it's hosted by Partysaurus Rex. So are we going to get a Rex character?
I feel like correct me if I'm wrong. You know what? I'm already correcting myself. You know what I feel like they're going to do? They're going to try to bring the character like they did from the cruise line, from the Toy Story musical on the cruise line.
Oh yes, okay.
Bring that kind of Rex for this event.
I don't recall. I thought that was an actual articulated character.
No, he's like half plastic and half blown up.
Oh.
Interesting. Ross says, just real quick, sorry, I can see Jonathan getting turned with some college kids.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Undertaker Punk says that Rex is wild.
Right? I mean, I love the idea because it'll be so much fun.
I don't think they should charge extra for it.
That they should not do.
It's a separate special ticketed event.
It should not be a separate.
But how long is the event? It wasn't something like only
it's still
4
like
hours.
11, right?
June 21st. Let's get some hours here.
Please, because
I mean,
I have no.
it needs to be going until 2 a.m. If you're gonna make this kind of like a nightclub atmosphere, do something so the kids can come earlier in the evening. They're gonna tucker out and they're gonna go home, and you have something for the millennials. You have something for the teenagers that want to stay.
8 to 11. Guests with event tickets may arrive beginning at 7 p.m. Now, there is going to be an adults-only Oasis bar. Yeah, probably.
There's already a bar there.
There's already a bar there.
The Wharf. The Wharf.
I can't
do something for
$55 for adults, $50 for children.
I mean, it's not bad pricing. It could have been $150.
If I have a chance to meet Partysaurus Rex, then maybe. But if it's just going to be him on a screen,
or yeah,
I could see him doing something like that. With
just like we don't know about
projection.
We don't know about Edna Mode still for Incredible Summer.
Oh,
right? We still don't.
Disneyland. I mean, Disneyland gets everything, girl.
Ross says Pixar Beach coming soon to Walt Disney World.
Pixar Beach. I like that. Has a ring to it. I like it.
I don't know. All right.
On to this other thing over in another park, a Disney park, over at Epcot, not to be confused with Universal Studios Florida. They just announced, Jonathan,
a new space-themed restaurant headed to Epcot. No ETA, no opening date announced. It is set to start construction between Test Track and Mission Space.
So you can see where the red mark is. That's where it's going to be built, inside that, in between both Test Track and Mission Space, like Jonathan said.
Now, that image is not from Disney. That's a fan-derived image. I just want to preface that. So.
But, I mean, it's still good.
That's a good spot. I like how they're using undeveloped land and not using the old Wonders of Life Pavilion. I'm excited for this. It's not going to be operated by Disney, though. It will be a third party. Is it?
Look at you taking my next.
I'm so sorry.
Patina Restaurant Group.
How'd I guess?
Patina Miller,
who owns and operates Tutto Italia and Via Napoli, and Morimoto Asia and Maria and Enzo's restaurant.
And the new wine bar opening up soon at Disney Springs.
So this is going to be very fancy, but yet immersive, like you're in outer space.
Futuristic.
Now, at one time, I thought somebody said this had the possibility of rotating. Am I making
That's what
that
I
up?
thought. I swear I thought that was a big draw to was it going to be a rotating. I don't know.
Well,
I'm all for it though.
I mean, it's when is it slated to be open again?
No opening date or further details have been announced at this time.
It has been years since we have gotten. I don't think because the rotating restaurant over in the Land Pavilion, that's been there since opening day. That's the only sit-down restaurant, isn't it, over in Future World?
Hi, OFAM.
So, hi, OFAM. So this is going to be like this is going to be the first sit-down experience, like upscale dining in Future World at Epcot.
Ross says, in space, no one can hear you eat.
Oh my gosh. Manny says 8 to 11. I don't get to the clubs until at least 11:30. Exactly, right? And Sarah says 8 to 11. That's too late for me. I'm in bed by 10.
Oh my gosh.
Yay, party
First
at
week of June, man.
8 p.m. is
First week of June.
Oh my
First week of June.
OFM Adventures is finally catching us live. So hello. That's exciting. And Ross in space. No one can hear you. That's so funny. No one can hear you eat Oh my gosh, Manny. Gavin, while you're working at Universal, did anyone walk up to your booth with Boardwalk and baseball or Holy Land tickets? Oh, Boardwalk and baseball. That's been closed for years, so no. Holy Land tickets, no. But I did
That would be so funny.
I did have, I think, 3 different occasions.
Oh, here she goes.
I had someone come up to my booth with one of the tickets they were given on opening day of Universal Studios Florida back on June 7th, 1990, when nothing was opening, like nothing was operating correctly. So that whole first week, everyone as they were leaving the park were getting free tickets to return that never had an expiration date. So they'd come up with these really cool blue cards, and you could spot them a mile away. And of course, we couldn't convert them there to ticket booth, so I had to send them to guest services. But those were really interesting, and I'd always want to hold it and look at it and try to take a picture of it before I told them they would have to give it up. I hope guest services didn't make them give it up, but I'm sure they did. I would want to collect it.
But speaking of otherworldly places that we're talking about, let's dive over to Madame Tussauds Orlando.
That was the worst.
Well, because I was thinking of Sea Life.
We're diving into wax figures.
Okay, diving into wax figures.
It's gonna get sticky on.
Not to be confused with the Kardashians.
For all of you DC comic fans, Madame Tussauds Orlando has announced opening May 25th of this year. The Justice League: A Call for Heroes exhibit will debut. So this is going to feature some famous characters: Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Ben Affleck as Batman, Henry Cavill as Superman, as well as, I believe, other props and scene settings from the franchise.
Okay, well, is DC even relevant?
Yes, it's relevant. People love DC. Come on. This will be fun. It's something new. It's exciting because I don't know how you all feel, but I love iDrive 360. I love Sea Life Aquarium. I love
Sea Life is really cool.
I love the little cafeteria that they have in between them. I just love it. I love the eye. It is so much fun. If you guys have not gone, go. It's so cute. So I think this is a nice new addition to this entertainment offering.
You know, we are frozen right. Oh! I think we're breaking up here.
We're breaking up.
We're breaking up. I noticed it on here, and then I saw it on here. So let me just make sure. I think. Well, let's see.
If you can let us know in the comments below if we are breaking up, that'd be great.
Just think of all the fun poses you could take with Batman.
Oh my gosh!
And Superman. And to Ross's point, you don't have to worry about Henry Cavill's mustache.
Oh my
told you guys about the mustache, right?
No.
So Ross, correct me if I'm wrong, he was filming a Western after the Justice League was filmed, and when they used him for reshoots or for the whole duration of the film, he had the mustache. So they had to go back in and digitally remove the mustache, which cost millions of dollars to do.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. And fun fact, Avengers Infinity War made more in its opening weekend than Justice League did the entire time it was in theaters.
Oh gosh. Jenny's asking about iDrive 360. Did I hear that they changed the name of the Orlando Eye? Yes, it's the Coca-Cola Orlando Eye. It's just branding Coca-Cola.
Sure, Coke.
Already brands over the one in London, the London Eye. So it's not a big change. The attraction, of course, is the same. It's just more red and more Coke influences there. Everyone's saying we're good. We're not frozen anymore. All right, cool. Good, thank you guys. You're the best co-hosts.
Best co-hosts.
All right.
But let's travel down the brick yellow road.
We'll go there in a second.
Oh.
I also just want to mention for any fans of Madame Tussauds or fans of the DC franchise, Madame Tussauds is also recruiting some of the bravest Justice League fans to assist them in locating the mother boxes. They have no idea what I'm talking about. But for those of you that have seen the films, you can follow Tussauds Orlando on Twitter and Instagram and follow the hashtag #FindTheMotherBoxes in order to win a VIP experience, including a 5-day, 4-night trip for the winner and their guest to Orlando, Florida, plus 2 tickets to be among the first to experience Justice League: A Call for Heroes, 2 tickets to MegaCon Orlando and Sea Life Orlando experience.
Wait, so I'm sorry, but OFAM Adventures is correcting. I didn't know this. Coca-Cola Orlando Eye is now the Icon Eye? What's Icon?
We'll have to look it up.
Did they change it again?
They changed it again, it looks like. Undertaker Punk is also agreeing. I thought they changed from Coke to Icon. I apologize. I'm sorry that I gave it. I did not know that.
See, and that is why you guys
You're a co-host.
are our co-hosts.
You're not
because
viewers. You're
let
a
me
co-host.
tell you what. You're teaching us.
So
I mean, drive past that place like all the time too. I can't believe I didn't.
But we don't go. We from a distance, so I'm sure if we got down. But I like the idea of Coca-Cola. I love Coke.
Well, now you can share Coke in Tomorrowland and not in iDrive.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Ross! Everyone, please welcome to the stage, Miss Menontisodes. Yes. Make sure you're like all waxed. But let's go down the yellow brick road, literally, to Legoland, Florida, which we hardly ever go to.
It's a great segue. Legoland Florida Resort has announced the Lego Movie World for spring 2019. So we're going to bring some of your favorite characters to life. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of names off the top of my head. Emmett?
Yes.
Oh, I can't remember the girl's name. I don't know why I want to say Layla, but that's not even
Layla.
right. So you can already meet Emmett in the parks, but they're going to have exclusive meet and greets in this new world that's going to be added in 2019. There's going to be a giant themed playscape, character meet and greets, 3 new rides, and this is taking over part of the area where the Quest for Chi is.
Good night,
the
Michelle.
interactive boat ride.
Sleep tight.
Yes.
I think this is genius. I think this is such a great step for Legoland. I mean, I've seen the Lego movie once, maybe twice. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This one loves it. I don't think you've ever even seen it.
I've seen it. I couldn't really.
But I mean, like, this makes me want to go to Legoland. I
They
want
should
to
have been
go
on
to
this like
experience.
2 years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
By
This
all
should
means.
have happened once the movie came out, and
I love the park, though.
It was received
That
so
park
well.
is really cute.
Just not when it's hot outside.
I love their apple fries. Have you all been to Legoland and had
Granny's
their
apple
apple
fries?
Oh,
Yeah.
delicious.
They're good.
Delicious.
Guests are invited to experience the current attraction the final time before it closes on May 29th, the Quest for Chi. That'll close on May 29th to make way for the land and the re-envisioning.
So her name is Wild Style, right?
Wild
Style
Style.
is the girl, and then Undertaker.
I thought she had a name.
That is her name, Wild Style. And Emmett.
Undertaker Punk says they announced the name change yesterday with the Orlando Eye. So
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Well, there you
that
go.
was quick. All right. Wow.
Look at that. And you didn't know?
I didn't know.
Yeah, so everything is awesome at Legoland, Florida.
Absolutely.
And it's going to get more awesomer in the next 2 years.
But let me tell you what's not awesome over in City Walk at Universal Studios Florida, and that's Emerald's Restaurant, which would be. Go ahead.
BAM!
Don't
Don't
go
do
right
that.
now. All right.
Break everything.
Break everything over here.
I had to get one good BAM in.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, so Emerald's at Universal City Walk is set to close. They announced the closing date, July 7th.
So who's sad about it? I don't think I've ever been to the restaurant.
I'm sad.
I've never been to the restaurant. I never really wanted to go to the restaurant. It really didn't appeal to me. But I mean, I feel like it's a good thing only because it's going to bring something new
Right.
and exciting.
All the new stuff that's been coming to City Walk is really good. So I'm happy in that aspect. But Emerald's is like, it was there, is one of the original restaurants with the rebranding and redevelopment of City Walk and creation of City Walk in
1998.
Orlando. Yes. And it is something that is just kind of like Emerald was such a part of pop culture in the 90s when it came to like food, and his show was a big thing. His whole branding was huge. It was everywhere. So obviously it's now he's gotten older and it's not as big, but he still has multiple restaurants around the world.
Undertaker Punk, that was really funny. Does anyone under 25 even know who Emerald is?
Right, exactly.
I feel like that's where they're running into right now, because you
have a younger crowd going to the parks.
he doesn't have his show anymore, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So he's not as relevant. He's still relevant, but I don't think he's as relevant as he was when this restaurant
It was a
first
beautiful
opened.
restaurant, though. If you go inside, it's beautiful the way they display their wine and just the lighting and the feel of it. The atmosphere was great, and they had multiple types of rooms. So you could be in the main dining room, which was loud, or you could be in a quiet room. It was really nice. They had upstairs and downstairs, so
Have you ever eaten there?
I have eaten there twice.
Okay. Yeah, so when it opened in 98, it was described as the flagship restaurant at Universal Studios, Florida. Gourmet, high energy, sophisticated, upscale, with a $10,000 bottle wine gallery, 2-story freestanding building. There has been some speculation as to the reason why Emeril's is closing, but no official reason why. Some of the speculation is that 5 of City Walk's 11 full-service restaurants have been replaced in the past few years with newer competition like Toothsome and Antojitos, as well as the new fine dining at the hotels. It's also interesting to note, which I didn't know, and I don't know if I'm able to pronounce this, but Emeril's Choop Chop. Emeril's
Chop Shop.
Emeril's Chop Shop. Emeril's Chop Shop lasted 15 years, opening with one of the on-site hotels that it was located within.
Not Royal Cyprus. The Royal Pacific.
Yeah, they served Asian Polynesian fusion. That actually closed December 31st, 2017, and there was a statement from Food Network saying they had no plans to close any other of Emeril's restaurants.
Oh.
So I wonder what...
but that was then. That was back then.
That was like 6 months ago.
Yeah, but still, I mean, things...
But that was less...
It's business.
So he has no other restaurants in the area. However, there is something by UCF, an Emeril's Family Cooking School, or something you can go to. I don't have the name of it, but that's...
Oh my goodness.
That's an option.
That's an option.
So Ross says, can Universal open up a restaurant where Gordon Ramsay takes my order and yells at me?
Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy.
That would be more relevant. I think people would come in if he had a restaurant there. Which I think, why don't they try to... I'm sure they probably thought of it, but... That'd be cool.
I don't know.
That would be cool, having a Hell's Kitchen.
So, moving on, I wanted to say something really quick. There was something... Parker said, Wild Styles, going back to Legoland, Wild Styles' real name is Lucy, by the way.
I was close.
And speaking of Wild Styles, that reminds me of being Wild Stallions, which takes us to our next topic. Go ahead.
That was a good one.
So, Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter have been confirmed reteaming for a Bill and Ted 3. The premise of this film, there's really no set filming date. The script has been in the works since 2010. Y'all may be familiar with Bill and Ted from Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure,
yes.
which stopped. It was this past year?
This
past year at Halloween Horror Nights. Maybe it's part of the reason why, because they're redoing the franchise. The new movie is going to see them about 27 years later with families, teenagers, not where they want to be in life, and they get a visitor from the future telling them only their music and their song can save the world from its demise.
Undertaker Punk goes, I told y'all, I know, you were right. So they're bringing this back, it's official, and I love that it's the original cast. Because I don't think first of all, I don't think it would be successful if it wasn't with Keanu Reeves and what's his name?
Alex Winter. Yeah.
So I think this is great. The downside about it, but then again, we don't know for sure, is that we don't have Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure or Halloween Adventure over here for Halloween Horror Nights. But I hope that they kind of Halloween Horror Nights. I hope they do something this year that
It's all about how much it costs to get those rights and use them.
The rights are through MGM. For this film, supposedly.
Through MGM. Okay, so yeah, complete.
I wish it was through Fox, because then, if this deal, because Comcast
did you all hear about that? Comcast is trying to outbid Disney for the Fox deal with an all-cash offer.
$60 billion, right?
Oh, I didn't read that.
$60 billion, I think, or millions. It's probably $6. Wait, how much?
By all means, go for it.
Did you say billion? Or
yeah,
million? I don't know. But yeah, Disney's was, I think, 52 million or billion. I don't know.
Ross goes tubular. Jenny, your segues are on point, Patrick. I know, it's because I'm actually...
The last one was good. I will give you that.
Oh, yeah.
Disney Chronicles says, hey. Hello, Disney Chronicles. Yay. Watching from Disney Springs.
Disney Springs. Yes, that's right, because you're here. I've been following. I've been watching Twitter.
Oh, my gosh. You creepy.
No. I'm saying. So let's go into... one of our last subjects, because it deals with one certain park in Hollywood, and this is very exciting. Well, one over here,
one certain
Hollywood.
franchise.
We're
going to start on the
Hollywood.
East Coast.
Okay, all right.
Start here.
So, Universal Orlando Resort teases a new raptor encounter this summer at Universal Orlando.
Yes.
According to the Universal Orlando Passport that came out, I believe, this past month, pass holders have been speculating whether it's going to be a new Indoraptor or Blue from the popular Jurassic World franchise.
I feel like, honestly, they're going to bring Blue
I do too.
into the parks.
Well, I believe so too, because from what I was reading, the Indoraptor is much larger than what Blue.
What do you mean Indoraptor?
That's
I
the
have
one
no
from the
idea
new
what
film.
Oh, that's from the film.
That's
From
what
the
they're
film.
creating in the
Okay,
film.
got it.
So
Got
this
it.
is
Got it.
Wreaking havoc.
So yeah, I think this is going to be Blue. I think this is perfect because I don't want to just jump into the other thing, but I feel like it's because of this other topic that we're about to talk about.
Yes. On the West Coast, Jurassic Park The Ride in Hollywood, Universal is closing this September.
Woo.
The last day
It
closes September 3rd because it is it's getting refurbished to a new Jurassic World attraction in 2019.
Yes.
That's
now,
exciting.
This is exciting, y'all. I just hope that it is so amazing that they'll bring it over here on the East Coast. So that's why I feel like well, that's why I feel like they're doing this, where they'll bring Blue over here for the East Coast, and then they'll have
the
ride over there.
I think they might, marketing standpoint, I think they should keep Jurassic, even though I would love to have Jurassic World because I love the new franchise, but I think it'd be smart on a marketing aspect to have your Jurassic World over in the West Coast and Jurassic Park here, because then you have a reason to go to both parks, because a lot of people are real diehard fans of the original franchise, the original film, and because the third one, come on, we know that sucked. So all about the first one, and then we have people that are obsessed with the new Jurassic World film. So it's going to be, they now have 2 parks to go to experience both. If everything's Jurassic World, then it's like Jurassic Park's going to be extinct.
But I feel
no
like,
pun intended. But
I feel like, honestly, sorry, I totally just elbowed you. I feel like what they're going to do is they'll open Jurassic World over in Hollywood. It'll be successful, but there's no room for expansion to do anything really, anything else. So that expansion will come over here. And I feel like Jurassic Park will then be extinct.
You guys are killing me. There's so much to read.
Oh.
What Universal has already stated, this new attraction will pay homage to the original Jurassic Park and will reimagine this landmark film franchise for theme park guests. It's also worth noting that Jurassic Outfitters and Jurassic Cove will close and reopen with new experiences along with the new attraction. So the whole area.
Oh my gosh! It is
closing.
the whole area. Wow.
Yeah, they would not have that Jurassic Park archway out there and then have a Jurassic World attraction. They have to redo the whole thing. So
well, no. He's talking about the restaurant, everything that's there.
That all has to be redone. I mean, there's not a land over there. It's they have the play zone, they have the restaurant, they have the store. All that is going to have to be transformed into Jurassic World because the attraction is Jurassic World.
It's Jurassic World ride. They said never before seen dinosaurs, enhanced storytelling, lush scenic design, new color scheme, uncompromised state-of-the-art technology, never experienced within a theme park, new elements.
This is good. This is a good thing because the Jurassic Park ride, I love it, but it is so outdated.
22 years.
The animatronics are breaking down. They're ugly. They ain't cute. So I do hope they bring it over here because it needs to be revamped and kicked out.
We'll see. We'll see. I doubt it, man. I mean, because we know how at Universal it's different. Disney doesn't revamp anything on the East Coast because of the clientele.
Yeah, no.
Universal's better about giving us new stuff.
Let's use the word new very loosely. Like Fast and Furious, which we finally went on.
Yes.
Is literally a carbon copy of Hollywood. And then Kong, Skull Island, is pretty much the carbon copy of Hollywood. It's just in a bigger form. But
I'm all for a Chris Pratt meet and greet. So
it's just weird thinking no more Jurassic Park at Universal Hollywood and eventually possibly here.
But the thing is, though, it's still Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It's still Jurassic Park.
Well, and how much can they really alter the ride in a year and a half?
Right, yeah. They can't. It's not going to be that huge. I mean, I think they're just going to bring in the... I think they're going to...
I don't know, y'all. Universal, I'm telling you.
They are quick, though, yeah.
They are
a good
quick,
point.
and they bring it. They bring it. I mean, with Supercharge.
It's a huge building, you guys. It's a huge
Let
ride.
me tell you.
They did that quick.
So I just dogged it right now, but I'm going to tell you what. The queue is so immersive. It honestly, it's unbelievable. Even the sets when you're in the actual attraction. I mean, I told him that it gave me the feels of like Great Movie Ride during the what was the scene?
Gangster Alley.
The Gangster Alley scene. But like
Alley,
times 3,000. Like it was huge. These sets were huge, and it's fabulous. But so yeah, I wouldn't put it past them.
I'm just trying to think though, if they keep the track the way it is.
Oh yeah,
that's going to stay.
How is that going to play into the films unless it plays into the second one we don't know about yet? Because like there's no real riverboat in. Well, I guess.
Well, there wasn't in the first one.
You're right. There wasn't. There absolutely wasn't.
Yeah, there wasn't.
I want one of those orb spheres. That's what I want.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Meet and greet with Nick Robinson and Chris Pratt.
Ross says they are quick. They built Diagon Alley within a year.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, Universal.
Something different.
I'm excited for it.
So yeah, if they're taking a year, then you know it's going to be a big change because refurbs usually are only a couple of months or a month.
Yeah.
So this is going to be major. So we'll see what happens over here on the East Coast, but we now have a really big reason to be going over to do a vacation in Hollywood because I would totally fly over there to see this once it opens up.
We're reading.
Sorry, reading. I think we got most comments. Ross says that Jurassic Park is the classic, so he likes Jurassic World, but he wants them to keep Jurassic Park. I don't know, but this has been look. It's already 7:30.
I know.
We got through all our topics.
I couldn't believe that. I was so
nervous.
I was
like, this is gonna be a 2-hour show, y'all.
There was so much.
I know y'all would hate that, but
there was so much to talk about. Honey. So much to do.
I have more topics we can bring up that we don't have written down.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You guys, thank you so much for joining us today for Theme Park Talk Live. We had so much fun doing this because honestly, you know, it's so crazy. When we decided to do this, we were like, oh, I hope there's like news or breaking stuff, you know, that comes out from the theme park world every week. And let me tell you what, there's too much now. I feel like we're constantly having to subtract things from our lineup to talk about because there's so much things that's happening. Toy Story Land, that's coming up. That's going to be
June
next
30th,
month.
right? Yeah.
Next month. Can you believe it? It's crazy. But thank you so much for joining us this week, and we will see you very soon. Do you want to plug Ink and Paint?
Oh yes, so we want to thank our sponsor, Ink and Paint. inkandpaintthreads.threadless.com. My bad. So if you are looking to get some really cool graphic tees to wear out to the parks this summer or just anywhere, we have lots of options for you over there at Ink and Paint Threads. So check it out. Are there still specials going on right now with shipping?
Yes, there is.
We still have some free shipping, y'all.
Yes.
That ended the 7th.
Oh, that ended. Never mind.
No, they extended it.
Oh, did they extend it?
I thought they extended.
it.
I remember.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yes, they extended
So it's
it.
been extended. So go over there, and it will tell you all about the shipping options. But it is free right now for limited time, just in time for summer, though.
Right. Undertaker Punk, yes, there'll be a vlog tomorrow. Manny House Pepper, she's doing okay. She's an old girl, though. Let me tell you, she's old and grumpy. Old and grumpy.
She's not that
But
grumpy.
she's cute.
Oh, she's cute. I love her. I love her.
Free shipping through May 14th.
May 14th.
Morning of May
10th.
14th.
You got 4 days, guys. So go over to inkandpaintthreads.threadless.com.
Mr. Walt Disney World fan says, "Will you see? Will we see you Monday? Yes, we will. We'll be there Monday on Monday Fun Day. However, we are going to have to change the time, and don't worry, we're going to post it on all of our social medias. Monday, we will have Monday Fun Day, but it'll be at 6:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So just like Theme Park Talk, because we do have something that is going on. So 6:30 p.m. Monday for Monday Fun Day, not 6, but just for next week or just for this week. But yeah, love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you later. Catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye, guys.